Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Technobabylon. When we left off last time, we cornered our mindjacker on the roof. Looked like we were going to manage to get him, and then he flew away on a jetpack. So here we are in the police station, just checking things out. Let's start by looking. We've got the waiting room to look at, Santiago and Preston's office, surgical lab. Let's start in the waiting room since we're standing right here. Oh, who's this now? Alright, first... what else do we have? A camera, eh?
One of Central's fisheye cameras.
While you question the need for so many cameras within Cell HQ, the waiting room is one of the few places you would never sabotage them. It is pretty important to have there. Oh, so he can get some food and stuff if he needs to? And who have we got here?
They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid.
Oh, like a wetware thing, because he's all hooked up? He downloaded some malware?
Hey kid, you alright?
Non-responsive, eh? Alright. I'm kind of curious about just what's wrong with him. Kind of hope he'll become important later. Right. Well, though you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions, it looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in the office. You'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government. You don't mind Santiago, but aren't too keen on Preston. Everything he says or does seems to be a slavishly obedient attempt to stay in line with Central. Not even Central cares that much. Well. Okay, to the surgical lab. This door leads to Cell Surgical Lab. It seems to currently be occupied. Can we go take a look-see?
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
Or maybe he just doesn't want to be interrupted if he's working on something that requires a lot of concentration. Okay, so there was actually less to look around at here than I'd hoped. That's alright. We've got other places to explore. Let's go to the balcony and see what this mysterious message we got is. Fulcrum Tower. That's a nice view.
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes.
What have you found,
Me?
Regis?
I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
That seems like a pretty good thing. Like, this is a nice little place. Just a tiny little bit of serenity in the big city. The storage locker for your gardening tools. What do we got in here?
It's empty.
Oh, we don't have any gardening tools? Not even having to glance for a moment, those words are etched in a memory deeper than anything else. Ah, Viksha Regis, beloved wife, friend to all that lives. 11 August 2034 through 2nd January 2067. She was quite young. Think of us not as engineers, but as artists. Better not move it. It's where it ought to be. Okay. The tree's unusual constitution causes it to shed its leaves more often than a natural specimen. You diligently tend to the mess it makes as often as work allows. Well, shall we go clear the leaves? You're not in the mood for gardening. Alright, this is our private place in real... Well, let's look at the tree first.
It's a lot of work to make, but it was worth it. This engineered tree is the kind of memorial I think she'd appreciate.
Engineered, I like that.
I'm not climbing that. It's sickly enough as it is.
Oh, it's not well. It's pretty, though. Why isn't it well? The view. You're fortunate to have gotten a garden this high up. The view just about clears the city's forest of skyscrapers, and on a good day, the Indian Ocean is visible from your bench. Take a look. You aren't in the mood for a visit to that neighborhood. Down in that part of town, it's all restaurants and corporate headquarters. Alright. Let's take a look at the Traveler. So, where's my thing that I downloaded? Not here. Oh no, it's this, of course. Alright.
Here goes nothing.
Have a seat.
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Yes?
Regis,
Hey, wow.
Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Thanks.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
Yeah, and you just kind of busted in on me. I don't necessarily want to make her feel bad, but at the same time, this is his peaceful place, and she did just come in, like, in the middle of us doing something, so let's try and maybe make her feel a little bit bad for that. It's a memorial.
Take a look at the plaque.
Victia Regis, beloved... Oh,
Yeah, respect
Regis,
people's
this
privacy sometimes.
I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
These are not very tactful questions, Lau. I was hoping that you would see that and feel kind of bad that you were intruding and maybe skedaddle on out. Anyhow, she's not buried here. It's just it's the memorial.
She isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum caneto and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Aw.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it.
It's kind of nice.
We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a gen engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry.
Baxter, what's that mean? So they met at their work. They were both engineers, huh? So he's cool with genetic engineering, but he's not cool with, like, computer stuff?
I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful.
Oh,
The
that's...
governor jammed in his limbic system. Well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something.
You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the southeast barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived either. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Well, thanks
Central
for
wants us.
offering.
I'm afraid so. We better get going.
But I didn't get to see what my thing was all about.
You coming?
Give me a minute.
I just need a moment to think, Max. A little privacy. It's why I came up here in the first place.
Yeah,
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
thank you.
Max,
Yes?
nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
Well, let's figure it out.
You are alone, as requested?
I am?
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what's that mean? Your stomach lurches as you recognize the image. You know them, you've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Is this something to do with the wife? Whoever is calling you has 4 embryo containers, your own. Why does this person have them?
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615, on the 11th of November 2065.
Why do you want them?
They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Victia Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility
Okay, what's the
treatment
point of all this, though?
proved-
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Gil Vanderwaal. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
Or he's gonna smash the embryos. That's why there's a hammer there.
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time.
Here goes one.
One is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
But did you intend on ever actually unfreezing them and having children, Regis? I mean, I don't want to sound... A conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving into blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for, both as an agent of the law and as a human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked for so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
But was he going to actually unfreeze them and grow them, or were they just going to stay frozen throughout the rest of his life? I mean, I don't want to be a jerk, but he looks like maybe he's getting kind of old here. We've got the white in the hair and stuff.
I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of mindjackings. I managed to get Gil Vanderwaal, the legitimate businessman, to cooperate. Says he has information on the mindjacker.
I thought Vanderwaal made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
Yes?
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off the network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's going on?
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Alright, Lau, what have we got?
As ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Barber's Gate Station. But to get back to the embryo thing, like, I mean, okay, so obviously they're embryos, they were frozen at the earliest viable stage, they could be grown into proper people, so, like, whoever we saw did just murder, you know, one of them. And I know that's a debatable thing, people considering whether embryos can count as people or not. Obviously, Regis considers that they do. They're his kids, is what he was calling them, you know, before he caught himself. But I really want to know his intentions. Did he intend to actually fully develop them and raise children, or is he just keeping them? If he does intend to, why hasn't he just thus far? Is it a matter of money and like he's saving up to be able to do it, to be in a better situation? Or I guess the age is factoring in, because it seems like as you're getting older and older, you'd be less likely to want to take on the task of raising kids, right? So, I mean, not to be heartless, if he wasn't ever planning on actually making them, you know, unfreezing them anyhow, then yeah, I could see where it would be painful to let someone smash them, but you could just say, well, you know, it sucks, but let it go. We don't want to do we don't want to be blackmailed. Really, I think he should open up to Central about it, or Lau, but he's probably not going to. Alright, what do we got going on here? Actually,
what do you make of it, Lau?
The station's been evacuated. Better ask the corpsman what's gone down.
no, I wanted to actually talk to you about this whole blackmail situation, but okay.
I always make sure this is...
They're all this...
No, they're not.
Okay, we talked about this one.
Hey, we only just got here.
No leaving yet.
It sure looks like everyone evacuated in a hurry.
What's the mess here?
Nah, that's a job for the corpsman. Advertising. It's all the same crap wherever you are.
It looks a lot more impressive if you're wired, though.
It's still just advertising, though.
Supposedly, these things are interactive, if you're wired.
Considering joining the present day, aren't you, Regis?
For the sake of advertisements? No.
Advertising.
Okay,
looks a lot-
same thing here, though. Even the drones are helping to evacuate commuters from the station. From down on the ground, that type of drone's unreachable. It's part of its purpose. Another advertisement. They're all over the place. Okay, obviously we want the corpsman, but, you know, what else can we look at first? Oops, not there. Empty platforms at this time of night, a sure sign that something's gone terribly wrong, but reassuringly that the corpsmen on the scene have begun evacuations. Oh, and we'll go right over there, huh? Well, hold on, hold on. Ah, it's too late now. I wanted to talk to this guy before I went up there.
Sir, over here.
Aha! Alright, what's up, buddy?
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpsman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Since what?
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Yeah.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another mindjacking?
Another what?
A, bomber.
Oh, no. Another one?
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I
Why?
guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people. I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Alright, does he have any hostages?
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any.
Or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a biobomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones.
Oh.
That's how he tripped a DNA sensor.
Okay. So...
What's Central's position on this?
You're asking for the AI's opinion? You must be getting soft.
I just want to know
It
all the
agrees that
information.
the bomber poses a limited threat to public security.
It's specified that it wants you to make the call, though. You're not going to like this.
What?
Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
Okay. So by neutralized, you mean we don't want him to actually explode, right? Okay.
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. He may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out.
Well, she
Wish me
just
luck.
said Central wants me to make the call, so this is the call. Alright, so here's our fella, huh?
Hello?
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
Heathen? The sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, the signs of tampering in a young man that brings back memories long buried. It seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him. Try to find some common ground. Alright? Alright, common ground.
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet you all, Thomas.
Alright. Yeah, I don't want to go into what are your demands, because he might not have any clearly at this point, and telling him he's surrounded is just going to make him very edgy and defensive. So, what happened here?
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Alright
Well, it's not
then.
my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
So... Well, he doesn't care if he's going to last very long, right? Because if he's engineered to be a bomb. Medical health, well, let's just try questions.
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the engineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones.
Is there a way
The
to
fact
fix
that
it?
You're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
Alright, she's lining up the shot. Maybe we can convince him and actually not have to shoot him. That would be nice.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
Oh, I don't want to hit hope right now. We'll keep with the common ground.
I used to work with guys like you a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan.
What was the original
But
target?
If I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
We could help you,
The
though.
Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners.
Ooh,
Psalm 69, verse 33.
nice one, Regis.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
Hey, hey! Well, I'm very happy about that.
The suspect has surrendered. Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
And then,
Regis, that was amazing! Central's going to be pissed, though.
Why?
It was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on. We've got work to do. The corpsemen can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
well, hopefully things actually go as we promised him, and he really does get help. Vision, huh? Museum Tower, Penthouse Suites. 2:17 hours.
So, Vanderwaal finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the mindjacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
Alright, what do we got in here? The dock in the wall where the autonomous vacuum cleaner gets its power and offloads its waste. There's a notice above it. The management thanks you for allowing the sanitation machinery and staff to continue their work by not obstructing the docks. These stations are for the use of custodial equipment only. Go take a look.
What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the charger than doing its job. I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never like to spend until they have to.
A janitorial drone patrols the hallways, executing its adaptive planning software to track down dirt.
Nah, my apartment building's already got one.
We're not gonna steal it. Alright, the elevator.
They're such a classy building. They've sure got a lousy old-fashioned elevator.
I believe the term is classic.
Floating
I don't get the
sculpture.
appeal of this cubist stuff.
Looks more like abstract impressionism to me. A classic piece by Chandler, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
Touch it.
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Did we really just take it? We did, we picked up a mag coil. No longer floating art.
It's way too big to take with me.
Plus, there's nowhere it would look good in your apartment.
At least it's staying put now.
The access pad for the door. If you're not the owner, then this is where you let them know you've arrived. Oh, so that's what we're gonna have to... While the door has an expensive hardwood appearance, you've no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gil Vanderwaal has spared no cost to ensure that it's at least bomb-proof. You need bomb-proof doors? A panoramic fisheye camera. Probably there so the Vanderwaals can decide whether or not they want to let someone in. Touch it.
Hey, open up. It's Regis. Nope, that's not going to work.
Okay. And just touching the door probably won't either. Oh, there we go. It just makes you hit the side.
Vanderwaal, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
It's kind of creepy that Central knows everyone coming and going.
We haven't got time for this, Gil.
I don't think he's answering.
What do we want to do then? Bust our way in? Okay, let's do something with this mag coil we picked up. Can it mess up his door controls?
Doesn't need magnetizing.
No. Alright, the
That's
dock.
not going to fit into the charging dock.
Oh, we didn't look at the view yet. In this part of town, even the buildings look lazy and decadent. These windows won't open for insurance reasons. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, little bot. You're the only thing I can think of to pop the sun. Okay. What else have we got? Oh yeah, this worked before.
Whoa, check out Regis taking the Elliot Ness approach.
We don't have
Well.
time to hang around outside. I'm just being expedient, as Central puts it.
Whatever. Vanderwaal's not going to be happy about you busting his door.
Well, he should have answered. I don't know, I feel kind of bad about it. That's not really like a proper legal thing to do. It's kind of an abuse of authority, but I guess at least we're in now.
Gil, you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents. Miss, are you all right?
Is she a robot? Or is her wire, her wet
Regis,
wire
this
stuff?
is a synth.
Okay, yep.
The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
Yeah. Alright.
That's a very expensive synth they've got for a house girl.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning.
Well, I mean, she's got the stereotypical
There's
sexy
a
maid
product
outfit.
marker on its back. S&S Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Vanderwaal has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
Hello?
That's not gonna answer.
I think I know what's wrong with it.
What? Out of battery? Okay, what's going on with the fridge? The large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door. Really? What? Who needs to lock their fridge?
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes.
What's in
Although,
there?
They've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
It's really big. The kitchen is furnished with a top-of-the-line
Hey,
food
This
machine.
one makes its plates out of porcelain.
Wow.
And in a place like this, I'll bet it doesn't even have protein mash on its menu.
Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Sheffy.
Hi,
What
Sheffy.
can I get for you?
What are you?
What are you?
I'm Sheffy, your friendly food helper.
All right, what's this machine you come in?
This masterpiece is the THE Foods Gourmand Range Comestible Synthesizer. It's the best thing since sliced bread, which it even makes.
Sounds like it's trying too hard to be helpful.
I like helping. Helping is fun.
Alright, so what can you make?
What's on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some braised eggs and white wine sauce.
Really?
Or how about some nice tarte à l'orange?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Gill's favorite, I can always make toaster pastries.
It can make all these things and he wants toaster pastries.
What's the difference between you and the one I've got at home, the J115?
Oh, I'm much newer. My dynamic protein stereolithography system means I can make nearly anything. I've got so much more flavor treatment. I can make just about any taste you desire.
What if I wanted some of that protein slop that mine makes?
Ugh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But how about some truffles?
It's a snob, then.
How much did you set the Vanderwaals back then?
I'm only 410,000 quanta from all good retailers.
That's more than I make in a year.
These people can apparently afford the finer things.
Wow.
Can you make chicken hacienda?
Of course.
How? I just made it up.
I can extrapolate what it involves based on your request, tone of voice, and dietary habits.
How do you know my
Sounds like
dietary
this
habits?
machine's worth its price.
Can you make chicken hacienda?
Oh, I was hoping he was going to say something else.
Sounds like it's...
Alright, I think that's enough of
Never
Chefy.
mind.
Bye.
For now. What else have we got in here? Oh, what's in the cabinet? The cupboards containing the kitchen's various tools. You wonder for a moment whether the Vanderwaals are extravagant enough to have paid for real organic wood on the doors. Maybe. What's in there? Aside from the pipes running to the food machine, the cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Oh, which we've taken. Oh, what did we have here? Art. Another example of questionable art hangs from the ceiling. This one doesn't look like it has any useful components you can remove. Okay, the terminal... Ooh, drinks machine. The kitchen has a machine for preparing and serving drinks sitting in a nest of wine bottles. Let's have a look.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
Oh, the usual.
Vodka. On the rocks. Twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2. What do you do here, then?
Why, I'm the bartender. I fix up drinks for the fine folk who live here.
Anything else?
Anything else? Heck, drinks is a whole lot of stuff to know. Why, I'm the foremost expert on fine drinking in these here parts.
So, if anyone wanted to know what to put into a drink...
They'd come to me, sure as shooting.
Alright.
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey,
Ooh,
it's
that's
a fine
mean.
job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwaal got his wine out of the rack this evening.
Okay.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
Alright, so we do need to look at the terminal. I also want to know what's going on up the stairs. Let's hit the terminal first. An antiquated PC terminal built into an even older musical instrument.
Talk about anachronisms. I bet this thing still uses magnetic memory.
Can you breach it?
Sorry, no can do. Anything before wetware isn't compatible with my wiring.
I guess that's one way of making it more secure.
So what, it's built into a piano? Is that what we're looking at? Alright, well, this isn't gonna help. Yeah. User. What's that say? Snevdir Baki? Alright. Enter forgotten. Password hint. Our special place. Alright. Let's see if we can find it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wow. Yeah.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwaal before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
The blackmailer said nothing about this, possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves before the crime scene people wreck it.
Okay, but it's sounding like maybe this is an abnormal request. Does she have something else going on here too? Maybe she's being blackmailed also?
Good idea.
Really?
Well,
Oh.
yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Charlie Regis?
What do you mean?
You're unusually cavalier today. You got something on your mind? I mean, I know you don't usually care what Central thinks about regulations, but...
This time, I think it could help us get a lead on our investigation. Besides, all the time we waste, the mindjacker may have found their next victim.
I like this, Regis. Let's get investigating.
Alright. You feel glad that Max suggested it and not you. Now you have the free rein you need to find that device the voice wanted. I don't really want to cooperate with the voice, but... An old-fashioned chemical photograph and a silver portrait sits by the bed. What's it a picture of? I want to look at it. Here we go. Paris? Photograph of two men, a younger Giel and Dakarai Vanderwaal, by an urban river. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. The back of the photograph has a note written by hand. The wedding, August 2071. So this would be their special place, right? This pad appears to control the floor-mounted wardrobe. The panel seems to be showing an error message. Let's look. Oh! THE Systems Floordrobe. Storage control. General error. Mechanical error. Please ensure there are no obstructions to opening your THE Systems Floordrobe. I don't know why I wanted it to be Floordrobe, and try again. So, is this it? But what's obstructing? Body parts. Oh boy.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I trance it for you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
Nope.
Huh? You old people are weird.
I don't think I can justify taking that.
I just wanted to look at it, but fine. Okay, I guess we should get to the body.
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
Oh my god, why did I... Oh, that's why I picked up his
I'm
hand.
carrying as much of Vanderwaal around as I want to.
We're gonna take his hand down to the terminal. Oh, that's gross.
This is Dakari Vanderwaal, Giel's husband. I can see 4 gunshot wounds in his chest. It was either these or he drowned, but that's kind of academic at this stage.
Okay. I didn't make the connection that we've got 2 bodies here. I thought this was one that was missing a whole lot of pieces, but no, that makes more sense.
There's something at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Fish
A
it
murder
out.
weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene.
I guess we should probably leave it. Alright. A jacuzzi sits in the corner of the room. You wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times. What? Jacuzzis are nice.
I can just about make out a pistol at the bottom through the mess.
Careful how you get it out, though. You're the one who's always lecturing me about contaminating crime scenes with DNA, after all.
Well...
I think that I'd lose anything that goes in there, like that pistol.
I wanted you to hold it at the top and somehow it, like, zips the pistol
I
to
don't think
the
it
top.
needs mag...
Okay, what do we got in here? Knife, cooking gel. Okay, we'll leave this for now. Let's go back to the terminal. This is horrifying, but let's do it.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Yeah. Well, does it need some gel on it? Oh no! You cover the hand in the thermal gel, and it becomes noticeably warmer. Ew.
It's definitely his hand.
Still no good? Alright. Oh, the password. We want to try, Paris? Alright. So, now what? Still no good, but I got the password. Okay, I needed that in conjunction with all this. Okay. With hundreds of billions of potential caller numbers to try, dialing randomly isn't likely to aid your investigation. Alright. Okay, so we gotta figure out what to do with this hand. We warmed it up, that was something. I don't think we want to take a knife to it.
That.
No.
It doesn't need magnetizing.
Alright. Electric
Big old jolt's not gonna make it work.
Oh, come on. Let's look
Howdy,
around
partner.
some.
What can I get y'all?
Oh, I guess
I'll
nothing
speak
new
to you
from you.
later.
I'll keep your tab.
Over to Shafi?
Hi, I'm Sheffy. What can I get for you?
Nothing.
Never mind.
Bye!
Is this refrigerator?
What am I gonna do with the
Who the
fridge?
hell
here?
locked?
Maybe they've got. Although they've.
Jolt it open. It won't
That's
work.
not going. I don't think it needs. That's not going.
And I
I
doubt
don't
the
think
knife will either, but you know, well.
That's not going.
This hand is so gruesome.
That's not going to get it.
Okay, what else can we do? What am I missing? Anything with the maid?
There's a product marker on.
They're not showing.
Good idea.
See?
Jolt the maid. She needs to be
Do you
charged,
think I
right?
can recharge the synth with my stunner?
Afraid not. There's a layer of fake skin in the way. Depending on where you did it, you'd probably just burn out the more delicate systems.
Well, we could scrape away the layer of fake skin.
I know you're not keen on modern tech, but that's no reason to take it out on someone else's maid. Go and punch your food machine at home if you really feel like some Luddism.
Alright, alright.
Hey, what do you make of this?
Charlie, she's not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Sure.
Okay, well, how do I charge her?
Hey, what do you make?
Dang it, that's not gonna do it.
no,
I know,
yeah.
she's not gonna answer.
Hey,
No cooking gel. Okay.
Not what.
yeah.
Something else, something else. Well, let's go back upstairs. Gel on this body?
I'd better not drop anything in there.
No.
I'd better not.
Okay, so... What is this big space? Like, there's this crack here, almost like, is this where our wardrobe comes up? Is that what's in the way? Because I do want the wardrobe. Floordrobe, so yeah, it's gotta be. So what's the obstruction? The bits of body?
I think I'm carrying as much.
Is there more going on with the
I
photograph?
can't cut that.
I just wanted you to pry it out and see if there's anything like hidden behind. I can use the photograph as an item, but what would I want to use it with? Or maybe is this, or no, this isn't interactable, so that's not gonna do. So there's got to be something to be gleaned from Sheffy and the drink machine, but I think I'll have to figure out some other things first, maybe? What is the problem with this hand? What more does it need?
I don't think
It doesn't need to be jolted. Alright, let's go into the hallway. Is there anything to do here with this dock?
What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend. I kept telling.
Nah.
Please do not interrupt active drone.
Fine. Put some mess on the floor? No, it's not gonna work.
That's not going to.
Put everything in the charging
That's not
dock.
going to...
Some cooking gel?
That's not going... Nah, my apartment.
Stab it. No. Okay, jolt the dock.
That's not going...
Jolt the bot.
Hey, Charlie, go and punch your food machine at
Alright. She's so upset when I try to damage technology. Anything on the Traveler? Oh, new news. Hungarian artists to visit Newton. The world-renowned father-daughter art team of Tibor and Cami Puskos will be bringing their exhibition to the city of Newton this summer as part of the European Federation's Cultural Ambassador Program. Known for their pioneering fusion of classical styles with the interactivity of the trance, the pair rose to global attention after the EF Arts Minister Jerome Jurgen, or maybe it's Jurgen, I could be saying it wrong, became so overwhelmed with emotion that he had to be placed into a coma to recover. Wow. It was an epiphany, he told Chishiki. As the wall of my life, I'd been missing something I hadn't known I lacked, and this was the diagram showing the void in my soul. Other viewers have reported similarly transformative experiences. The skeptics believe that these may simply have to do with more direct neural programming possible through the trance than with the art itself. They're just jealous that they're not wired, replied the duo when this was suggested. Weather? Currently dry with light outbreaks of rain expected later this evening. Okay, that's pretty much the same as before. Oh, and we've got different picture options. Cool. Alright, I'll close that. I suppose we could give Central a call. What's up, Central?
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
So, give me some background on Vanderwaal.
What do we know about Gil Vanderwaal?
Born in Pretoria in the Federation of Southern African State. Married to Dakari Vanderwaal, former Olympic athlete.
Oh, wow.
How long's he been in Newton?
Immigration, March 2068. Awarded residence due to outstanding personal contributions to art and culture.
Yeah?
Despite his shady history?
No accusations have been made of connections to organized crime. Attempts at prosecution within the FSAS have all proven unsuccessful, as his social activity index has remained above 50. No further investigation has been taken by Cell.
Okay. Now, what about the situation at the station?
Central. About what happened at the station.
Post hoc review is currently underway. Debriefing will take place following your return to Cell.
Let's leave it at that for now, then.
Alright. So...
What do we know about Vanderwaal's connection to the mindjacker?
Subject, Gil Vanderwaal. Before immigration from the Southern African Federation, Vanderwaal was known to possess a number of links to organized crime.
And yet we still let him into the country.
He possessed a reputation as a fixer, arranging specialized talent for criminal organizations.
And for hacking the human brain, you need some pretty niche talent and hardware. The kind of people that Vanderwaal would have had connections to in his history.
He had been placed on Cell's watch list, but then he made a most surprising move.
He came to us. Doesn't that pretty much confirm his involvement?
It merely confirms his awareness, not necessarily his complicity.
Do we have any potential suspects yet?
Likely candidates within Newton have had implicit constitutional protections revoked. They have been subjected to Series 3 enhanced interview practices.
But no successes?
None. In 6 months of activity, we have only the mindjacker as victims.
I'm surprised. With all the memory thefts they've carried out, you'd think there would be a fence, or a buyer.
Perhaps they are making a collection.
Was that a joke?
Not at all, Dr. Regis. As you yourself note frequently, I have no sense of humor.
Okay, I do want to
Regis
continue
out.
this call, but let's do it where we don't have to hear the vacuum whining in the background. There we go. So, more chatting to do, Central.
This is Regis.
Central.
So,
Any further updates on the mindjacker investigation?
No additional reports from cooperating Cell departments.
It sounds like we're the only ones doing any work. Are we really sure it's the same perp?
Though prolific forensics has confirmed the use of the same wetware substrate in all instances.
I guess there aren't many places you can get the tools to steal someone's memories.
Okay, let's keep talking about this
We know
mindjacker.
what he's after within his victims' minds.
The destructive nature of the tools used has left no suggestion of precision. It may be that the specific target is being disguised amongst generalized disruption.
Or he really is after their whole mind.
A possibility, though requiring exotic means of storage and transportation.
So, we haven't found what we want yet, but maybe we need to let her know that...
Case update to report.
Hey, I thought we weren't telling Central yet.
Subject and spouse found dead in apartment. Request that you hold off on crime scene team until we complete a preliminary.
Unable to comply. Specialists are being allocated and dispatched.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said
come
anything.
on. This is our case.
Please return to cell when expedient.
Listen, you heartless pile of circuits. Not until we've had a look around. Central, please advise on our current objective status.
You have been requested to return to Cell Area Command for debrief. However, you appear to have remained at the crime scene.
She
Damn
doesn't like
straight.
that.
We're not leaving until we learn more about what's happened.
Very well. You may perform non-destructive testing at the site until specialists arrive. Please note that this example of non-compliance has been added to your record.
That's what you said last time.
We can keep chatting with her. Well, let's do.
So, how's things?
Heuristic and cognitive functions are operating within safe thresholds. Civic stability index is 5.9. Tomorrow's local UV exposure index is 11.
That's, great.
You are not obliged to make small talk, Dr. Regis.
But I wanted
I am
to.
aware that you are uncomfortable anthropomorphizing the central human interface systems.
Huh. Comes a lot more naturally to people like Lau.
Alright, I think we're done
Regis
for now.
out.
So, I gotta figure out what to do next. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Come back, and I'll meet up with you next time when I've got an idea how to proceed.